welcome to another Rapido Trains video. Now, as you know, I have a real thing for the railways of the southeast. Personally, I think they had some of the prettiest designs and the prettiest liveries of any of the railways in the UK. Now, over the last few years, quite a number of manufacturers have jumped on this pretty bandwagon and produced locomotives of the South Eastern Chatham Railway, including Hattons, Bachmann, Rails of Sheffield and that other company. There hasn't been a huge lot of rolling stock to run behind them. There's been a few coaches and a couple of wagons here or there, but personally I thought we needed a little bit more, and as such we persuaded Rapido to make some new wagons. Should we go and find out a little bit more about them? So as many of you will know, last year we announced a range of 5 and 7 plank wagons to a South Eastern and Chatham design. Now as we shoot this video, those products are literally between Tilbury and Kent. I suspect more Tilbury than Kent at the moment, but they should be here in the next few weeks. Obviously, when you think of standardisation, you think of the Great Western Railway. And very interestingly, the South Eastern and Chatham nabbed a wagon man from Swindon. And when he came to the South Eastern Chatham, he decided that they needed a little bit of standardisation. So in designing the 5 and 7 plank wagons, he designed a new standard steel chassis. The really useful thing about that means that we can not only do our 5 and 7 plank wagons, but using the same chassis, we can also do a range of box vans and a range of ballast open wagons. So starting with the box vans, these are what became the Southern Railway diagram 1426 vans. Over 300 of them were built in unfitted format and a small number were built in vacuum fitted types. Our tooling allows for a number of little detail variations. We have tooled up 2 different roof types, for example, to allow for both the straight and curved rain strip versions. The end vent on the end of the van are also a separately fitted part, which allows them to be hollow, which we think is a first for a ready-to-run Southern vehicle. The body has the usual high level of detail, all the nuts and bolts and bits and pieces are there, and the van doors are particularly well rendered, including the 2 top doors and the bottom drop-down door. All of it, of course, sitting on top of the same chassis as the 5 and 7 plank wagons. Now, the other vehicle is a little bit more unusual. These are actually an engineer's vehicle. Again, these became the Southern Diagram 1744. 120 of them were built as 2 plank ballast wagons. Engineers' trains got all round the network, and you might think that these were confined to the southeast, but actually there are some photos of them at Melton Quarry later on in BR service. So they really did get around, and they lasted incredibly late. They are still seen right up until the 1970s as use as sort of internal wagons within depots at that point, but they survived really late on. We have moulded 2 different body types on this one. We've done the original Chatham style, which have got the long curved planks that stick out the end of the body. For whatever reason, the Southern then cut them down to be flush, and we have tooled up both versions of those. The door drop springs on the bottom of the wagon are actually brass. Similarly on the box vans, there are brass stanchions on the bottom under these little brass edges. So they're really nice and fine and really, really well detailed. So the box vans will be available in South Eastern Chatham Grey, Southern Brown with both the pre and post 36 lettering, British Railways, and a couple of internal user motive power depot stores vans. Whilst the ballast wagons will be available in South Eastern Chatham Grey, Southern Railway red livery for the engineers department, and also a couple of variations of BR engineers department livery as well. Both wagons are available to order now, either direct from us on our website or from any of our official retailers. But really importantly, the order books for these close on the 1st of April. They will then go pretty much straight into production, and these will be with us later this year. So if you want to order yours, I'd really recommend ordering them right now. Well, doesn't that look good? All it needs is a brake van.